question came from me posting a transformation post, this post here, where I had the great transformations of this mom who went through my Tummy Warrior coaching program. And one of the comments that she made when she gave me feedback was that the breathing was really surprising to me. She did physiotherapist and she followed the exercise routine to healing her diastasis recti, but the physio never mentioned anything to her about breathing. It was not even part of the program. It didn't even click for her that breathing was such an important thing. And for her, when she did the breathing, it was so simple. It felt like she wasn't really doing anything. However, she saw so much result and so much success in just the first month or two, and that really set her up for success into that flatter tummy, and she lost so many inches around the waist, and she felt so happy, so great, and so good functionally. That's why I got the comment, okay, why is it, what is it, has anything to do with it? So I wanted to explain to you with a balloon here. I have my props here already. So imagine this is your trunk from the diaphragm, upper abs to your pelvic floor, your pee, right, your poo, okay? And ideally, and I talk about this a lot, 360-degree breathing. 360, okay? Breathing like a 360 pattern. When you deep inhale through your nose, ideally, if you're inhaling, everything expands, just like this balloon. Your side of the ribs expand, the front of the chest and the belly expand, pelvic floor is relaxed and expand, and also the back is also expand and relax. So ideally, that's what a 360-degree breathing, and that is exactly what I teach in the program, is to breathe like that. However, throughout pregnancy and postpartum, that breathing pattern just does not exist anymore. During pregnancy, your back becomes really tight, it has a lot of tension, you might feel back pain. It's normal. You're carrying the belly, your back has to support the belly so that you're balanced, you can walk, you can sit down. And then on the other side, also in addition to why you might not be able to breathe 360 is because the ribs are flared out. I've talked about this in another video. The ribs cage here, it's flared out because you have to make room for to accommodate a growing baby, and maybe your torso is really short, so the only way for you to make room for the baby is to flare out your ribs. And when you flare out your ribs, again, the upper back becomes very tight. That's how the anatomy works, right? You flare out your ribs, you are already arching your back, so back becomes tight. Also, it could be because you have a very loose pelvic floor, because you have a vaginal birth, maybe it's suction, it's assisted, right? They do a lot of work there. Maybe you had a second or third degree tear, it's very loose. So it's very loose there, causing some leaking, causing some pressure, could be a prolapse. Another thing that we are not able to breathe 360 is because we are hunching a lot. Throughout our postpartum breastfeeding period, we're hunching to breastfeed the baby, so your posture is just kind of all out of whack. And another thing, it could be because you had a C-section, you had stitches, so your baby never passed through the canal, the vaginal, and so it's very tight here. What does that has anything to do with breathing, again, to healing your diastasis? I wanted to show you those scenarios during pregnancy and postpartum and how it affect our bodies. It's not the same as before pregnancy anymore, where when I tell you to breathe 360, it could be quite easy at that time to get it, to even understand, for your body to connect. But now it's a whole different games because your body structure just changed. It will take some time for you to get used to it or go back into your original pattern. What we wanted to do, ideally, like I say, 360. But however, if your back is tight, do you see how if your back is tight, your belly just wanted to bulge more? Or if you're always upper abs gripping because your core cannot do the work it's supposed to do, because it's hard for your core to connect, only your upper abs is doing the work, you see it's causing the belly to bulge even more. Now, if your pelvic floor is very tight and somebody has told you that, oh, you have a tight pelvic floor, right, causing this to shed, so just look at the pressure where it's going. This balloon might not be the best example, but you could still see that the pressure has to go somewhere, and it's going to the weakest part or the least resistant of your body, which is the belly. Your back is tight and your pelvic floor shut, and it's going to cause like this. Or your back is tight, then it's causing pressure down here and causing pressure out. Your belly is more distended. So that's why we need to work on the 360 breath, inhale. And when you have when you're able to do the 360 breath, naturally, when you exhale, it will rebound. Everything is tighter. Everything you're able to do the core engagement a lot easier. So that's why having a 360-degree breathing is so important. So the breath is distributed evenly in your body. And so on the exhale, it will go out and you'll be able to engage your core. Now, another thing that I see very common, and for moms may be like, oh my God, my belly looks really terrible. Let me just suck it in. So when you're sucking it in, sure, you suck it in, maybe you're able to flatten the tummy, but look at where the pressure is going right now, right? It's going up, worse is going down. And when you're sucking in this belly, the pressure is going down, you're feeling it down there. Maybe you don't feel it now, but the more you do it, the longer term impact it could have on your body. But what's also really interesting here, when you're trying to exhale, it's going to be so hard for you to exhale because you're always squeezing here. You're not able to send all the exhale and the pressure out. And so then that would not be an effective core engagement. And when it comes to healing diastasis, we wanted to target the core, right? But if you're not able to core engage properly or utilize the core muscles effectively, it's gonna take you a lot longer for you to heal the diastasis, because just in the first place, that breath and the tightness is always there. You need to fix the posture. You need to do a lot of stretching. You need to utilize the 360-degree inhale for you to release the tightness and all around the body. And I do have a 360 breathing exercise video that you could watch here. I take a look at that. I show you a few different breathing exercises there, so you can start from there and feel it yourself. Are you able to expand your ribs? Are you able to expand the side, the chest, the belly, and the back? So you will want to practice that before you move on to like dead bug or leg slide, pelvic tilt, because those are more focusing on core engaging. But if you aren't able to even breathe in the first place, no matter what you're doing with core engaging, it just wouldn't be as efficient. You can see all these testimonials I have on my social media. They all talk about breathing and how it is like breathing madness and breathing magic. And that's really what set them up for success. When you have a house, if you have a strong ground foundations, that's where the house is going to stand for centuries, right? So yeah, I hope this video helps you. If you have any more follow-up questions, make sure you comment down below. I wanted to talk to you and chat with you more. And again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing and follow me on Instagram. I'll talk to you next time. Bye!